Der längere Stream wird Silvester sein. Und wir werden am zweiten Feiertag genauso streamen wie jeden Sonntag. Das heißt nachmittags.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
10 Stunden, zwischen 8 und 10. Also ich werde irgendwann zwischen 16 und 18 Uhr anfangen. Vielleicht kann ich euch das nächste Woche irgendwo oder übernächste Woche noch genauer sagen. Ich werde mir tatsächlich auch Kindersekt holen. Also diese, wie heißt der? Den kennt mit Sicherheit jeder. Den hatte früher doch mit Sicherheit jeder. Heißt der Ruby Bubble? Ich möchte ja keinen Alkohol... Genau. Ruby Bubble. Genau davon möchte ich mir was holen. Weil ich möchte ja keinen Alkohol mehr trinken. Und ich habe gesagt zu meinen Eltern, die wissen noch nicht, ob sie Silvester da sind. Kann sein, dass sie bei meiner Tante sind. Dass ich gerne einen Berliner hätte. Das ist bei uns so... I don't know. Das hat sich bei uns so... Wir holen uns einfach an Silvester immer Berliner. Ich glaube, das ist auch so ein deutsches Ding.
The other side of the tower. Look for a vent.
Scheiße. Auch immer Berliner. Das einzige Problem ist, ich muss mich wahrscheinlich, wenn sie nicht da sind, selber um Essen kümmern. Ich habe absolut keine Ahnung, was ich essen soll. Vielleicht eine Tiefkühlpizza? Weil sie fahren auch nicht so früh los, dass ich mit euch kochen könnte. Besonders wenn ich um 16 Uhr anfange, wäre das auch ein bisschen früh, ne?
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. Before you descend into the depths here,
wir essen Heiligabend tatsächlich Raclette.
Equipped and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear?
You'll tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
Also wir werden, gerade kann ich mir gut vorstellen, wenn ich nicht Horizon Zero Dawn spiele, dass wir auch Community Games Silvester spielen. Ich habe absolut kein Problem damit, wenn Leute Alkohol trinken. Bloß ich möchte sagen, wenn ich merke, dass ich jemanden sehr betrunken im Voice-Chat habe, der fliegt. Weil so Vorbildfunktion ist vielleicht ein bisschen viel gedacht, aber ich finde es einfach sehr unangenehm, wenn ich mitkriege, dass Leute nicht mehr so wirklich Herr ihrer Sinne sind. Aber das sollte für die meisten ebenfalls verständlich sein.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized.
Ja, tatsächlich so gegen Glas Sekt im Stream hätte ich keinen, also darum geht's nicht. Aber wirklich exzessiv ist halt so.
Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Nee, ich tatsächlich auch gar nicht, Land. Aber auch nicht, weil ich anderen verbieten will zu trinken, sondern weil ich einfach nicht weiß, wie ich mit denen umgehen soll. Finde ich super unangenehm. Ja, ich fühle mich auch unwohl dabei.
By now,
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
to Project Zero Dawn.
Zero Dawn. We found it.
Ich habe jetzt überhaupt nicht
Are you
zugehört,
really so
ne?
surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Das Spiel hattest du ja umgestellt, Land, ne? Du kannst, wenn du willst, auch noch den Titel umstellen oder ein anderer Mod, weil der Titel passt jetzt, glaube ich, nicht mehr. Ich meine, bei einem Singleplayer kann man halt offensichtlich nicht mitspielen. Nein, du darfst nicht mitspielen. Empfangspersonal, Verwaltung. Wir brauchen auch Unterstützung. Das Empfangspersonal benötigt beim Umgang mit den ZD-Kandidaten Zero Dawn-Kandidaten bei ihrer Ankunft in der Anlage zusätzliche Unterstützung. Viele sind verängstigt oder verwirrt, manche sind sehr aufgewühlt. Diese Personen sind nicht daran gewöhnt, dass man ihnen Informationen vorenthält. Wir benötigen zumindest menschliche Dolmetscher. Die Sprachbots reichen nicht aus und leichte Beruhigungsmittel für die extremen Fälle. Jede Art der Unterstützung ist willkommen. Vielleicht wäre es ein Anfang, wenn ich eine Antwort auf meine Mails erhalte. Wir schaffen heute Enden nicht. Nie im Leben. Aber es wirkt gerade sehr nach Ende. Ich verstehe, wieso du das fragst. Du kennst das Spiel ja selber nicht. Aber ich weiß, wie viele Stunden das Spiel ungefähr hat. Deswegen weiß ich, dass wir nicht enden können.
I'll find a use for you.
Kannst auch einfach was mit die vierte Kerze brennt. Habe ich, glaube ich, das letzte Mal immer sonntags gemacht.
A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
Zum 5. Mal bitte sorgen Sie für Kräutertee-Nachschub in der Lounge. Wenn ich noch einmal erleben muss, wie so ein Eierkopf die Krise kriegt, weil die Sorte Bio, Gurke, Minze oder Brombeer-Salbei alle ist, drehe ich noch durch. Bitte antworten Sie diesmal ohne Sturm im Teeglas und abwarten und Tee trinken, Witze, okay? Dankeschön. Gurke, Minze, Tee. Wäre es möglich, die Schalldämmung zwischen VR1 und dem Launchbereich zu verbessern? Die meisten Kandidaten bleiben während der Präsentation ruhig, aber diejenigen, die schreien oder schluchzen, werden von den Kandidaten, die auf ihren Aufruf warten, deutlich gehört. Ist nur eine Idee. What the fuck? What the hell? Klingt nach Zahnarzt. Ja, das ist wahr.
Into viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What was this place?
A holographic theater.
CB01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wieso kann ich meinen
Welcome to Project
Dings nicht mehr
Zero
benutzen?
Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating. Waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist.
Oh mein Gott.
Is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Stell dir vor, du gehst hier hin, um die Menschheit zu retten, und das ist die erste Nachricht, die du hier bekommst. Kommandos auf dem Meer.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Tomb?
Das ist jetzt natürlich ein bisschen schwierig. Hat er gerade gesagt, oh no, I'm gonna die?
Too close to let tribal crypto stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Hallo, ich will Loot haben. Bin ich overlevelt? Oder bin ich einfach gut? Bin, glaube ich, ein bisschen overlevelt. Why not both?
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, US Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said.
Den Kaffee wird mir halt noch wärmer, ne?
You did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
What the?
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony ship. It's obvious. And it's not gonna fly. I mean, literally. Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow. And you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X, there's no room for people on that thing, all right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
Ich glaube, da ist jemand ein bisschen hysterisch geworden.
Want to discuss?
Whew. So Mama, she was right.
Pardon?
My mother, she took her Bible real serious. Not just Texas Bible serious, Pentecostal serious. Favorite chapter? Revelations. Now, I didn't always understand her on account of all that speaking in tongues and such, but when she did use her words, there was always end times this and lake of fire that on account of sinful lifestyles. Speaking of which, mind if I smoke?
A tobacco cigarette.
Sorry, darling. My taste run classic. Compliments to your team tracked me down. Been a price on my head 18 months now. Sterling Malky was me, don't mind admitting. Been plenty of snakesters chasing the bounty too.
Ich mag den Typen nicht.
But I kept the zigging to their zag. How'd you finger me?
I believe Dr. Sobek listed you as an alpha candidate. Priority snatch and grab.
Always suspected she had a little thing for me. Hey, I don't suppose you got real coffee in this place. You know, blood coffee? Conflict cappuccinos?
Mr. Tate, I'm clearing you to proceed. Just go.
Ich erteile Ihnen die Zulassung zur nächsten Phase.
That is accurate, yes.
So these mechanical monstrosities, they don't just kill people. They feed off them?
Not just people. All organic matter.
Every living thing dissolves into nutrients. Millennia of evolution liquefied. The miracle of life reduced to bloody biofuel.
In a word, yes.
Who did this? Pharaoh? That arsehole. Is he here?
No, Doctor. Please.
Tell him Tom Pike wants a word. Now, get off! Get off! Dunkle, please! You get Ted Pharaoh in here!
You previously worked for Pharaoh Automated Systems.
On the chariot line self-replication routines. I came here thinking this was a rendition. When your people took me, I thought, about time. I've been trying to swallow the guilt every day since...
Would you like to take a moment? Would you like to take a moment?
No, I really hoped Zero Dawn was a way to undo it all. My work. And I'm sorry to say I was ever proud of it, but Ted could really sell a concept, and in the labs, in the light of creation, that first test run, when you saw they understood their own structures, could rebuild themselves from memory and light, there were no limits. God, there were no limits.
Dass die nicht darüber nachgedacht haben, dass es auch negative Konsequenzen haben kann.
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek. You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs.
Also die Story gefällt mir so gut.
You'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then,
wartet, die Roboter, die wir sehen, sind von Gaia.
A new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Gute Präsi.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then?
Ja, irgendjemand hat dann wahrscheinlich Gaia...
How did it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh robot?
Wollte ich gerade sagen, irgendjemand hat dann Gaia übernommen, denke ich mal, ne?
And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Unbegrenzter Gewahrsam, Sterbehilfe.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors.
Ach, das sind die Hologramme, die wir gerade gehört haben, ja. Okay, ich dachte, ich hätte die einfach übersehen oder so. Ist da drinnen einer? Ja. Tun Sie, dass Ihre engagierte Teilnahme an Zero Dawn die Erfolgsaussichten des Projekts erhöhen wird. Weiterhin könnten Kandidaten sich aus moralischen Gründen dagegen sperren, dass sie und ihre Angehörigen auch nach Zero Day weiterleben dürfen. Eine bedeutende Minderheit der Kandidaten wird sich für die Sterbehilfe entscheiden. Setzen Sie sie über die Wartefrist von 48 Stunden in Kenntnis.
Of course I'll do it. To be given the opportunity to rebuild what the damage that I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us took it as a warning sign. It just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. Better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom. I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard, to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Da geht's gleich weiter. Wir holen uns nochmal eben die Datenpunkte.
If you're still nauseous.
No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no.
No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting on the clock?
You grow old together, with your loved ones, in safety.
I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family?
I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years.
I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the words.
I'm sorry.
Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over.
I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security. For your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted. Like my old man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus.
Ja, aber die haben doch keine andere Wahl.
I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you... You don't... Get your hands off me!
Ich glaube, der war nicht ganz einsichtig. Ist ja auch irgendwie verständlich, weil da hat irgendjemand sehr, sehr viel Scheiße gebaut und die müssen jetzt dafür bezahlen, aber so, die haben doch eh keine Wahl mehr, oder?
Can't be too prepared.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Wow, danke für den Hinweis. Ich wüsste auch nicht, wie ich darauf reagieren würde. Wartet mal kurz, Leute, ich muss mir was anhören.
We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years. So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing.
Wir stellen so lange das Feuer ein, wie du dir das anhörst.
I respect him. He's got a passion to him. He's hot-blooded. So I said I'll do it. I'll put my all into this, literally. And the
project is done, I'll take the medical option, thank you. Counselor said I might change my mind. I told him that he didn't know me very well then. For life's sake, I'll do the dirty work. But I want no part of this pathetic attenuated future on offer. I'm an outdoors man. Never did like the feel of solid-state lighting on my skin. And a wee bit of a claustrophobe anyway.
Gonna die.
Am I done?
Let this go more.
Should give me the upper hand.
Wieso können die damit so viel besser umgehen als ich?
Is there another route?
Let this deliver on the down. Yet.
Nur auf der anderen Seite und können früher feuern.
Saving these for the trail.
Zero Dawn. It is art, in a way. An expression on the grandest scale. But there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes. I met a man, another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
Ich hab doch gerade erst was getrunken. Hat überhaupt schon das da ist. Ich hoffe, die jetzt gut. Auf die 4. Kerze.
Now, those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back in the day, I enjoyed schooling them. But maybe I went in too hard on this poor counselor. She was cute, and just going down a checklist after all. Couldn't expect her to see how ridiculous Zero D's ambitions are. God's own budget thrown at a kid playing with a hologram sculptor? Palms up, honey. I'm just calling it like it is. Hey, look, Mom, I'm making nature. Now, if nature is so important, why not let nature take its course? Extinction? That's natural. Zero Dawn? No, ma'am, that ain't. Heck, it's so unnatural it'd be called an abomination back home, and you know it. That's why you're hiding it. Meanwhile, my little honey of a counselor, she's munching the inside of her cheek. Bad habit. She chewed one of her nails, too, just one. Not your day, was it, little sweet pea? Saw her quota slipping away. Said, I assume you intend to decline the assignment, Mr. Tate.
Broken.
You kidding me? 18 months hard labor in exchange for 30 years lounging around Elysium watching porn? Sign me up.
Diese Tiefgründigkeit in manchen von den Aussagen. I'm so impressed. Wie jetzt? Ich finde das nicht cool, dass ich hier die ganze Zeit Heilsachen finde. Das beunruhigt mich. Nicht in Gold eingestuft, ist es nicht gut?
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
Letzte Season Bronze.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse.
Maybe there's a storage
I don't get paid
area
to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
So dunkel hier überall.
Found one. Looks intact. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Seite, unten. Andere Seite oben. Hä? Oben. Seite unten. Andere Seite oben. Wait, das ist falsch rum, oder? Dann oben. Seite unten. Oben. Seite. Unten. Andere Seite. Bin ich gerade. Und oben.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage
Ich hätte vielleicht zuhören sollen, ne? Unten. Seite. Oben. Andere Seite. Und unten. Habe ich wieder nicht lange genug zugehört?
That did it.
Ja.
Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Ich musste nicht nur die anderen verkehrt rum machen, sondern ich musste auch die Reihenfolge umgedreht machen. Hi!
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Wieso ist die Musik so laut? Das war doch bisher nicht so, oder? What the hell? Ich sehe ihn nicht.
Trouble.
area, brothers. All of them. Farewell, fool.
Die Musik ist schon gut, ich finde sie halt einfach nur ein bisschen sehr laut. So.
Or not.
Come on, brothers, let's get it. Try to run. I'll reach you wherever you go.
To find Gaia.
Ah, wir haben sie besiegt, die Musik hat aufgehört. Sehr gut. It's all done. Ich muss nur noch kurz looten, warte kurz.
Area inaccessible. Elevators non-operational. Stairwells have collapsed.
Wie komme ich da jetzt hoch? Geht's eigentlich noch dunkler? Nee, die ist mir zu lang.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
Ich kann irgendwie momentan nicht gut lange
sitzen. You probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, Why would the robots it makes attack people?